Welcome. Recently, in Parliament, Rowan Atkinson was bizarrely blamed by the Green Alliance, more on that organisation later, for the lack of sales of EVs in the UK following an article he wrote in the Guardian newspaper. Rowan was born in 1955 in the UK, completed his bachelor's degree in electrical engineering from Newcastle University. In 1975, he went on to continue his studies to obtain a Master's of Science in Electrical Engineering from the Queen's College, Oxford. Clearly a well-educated individual. He knows a bit about engineering, you would assume, I'm sure. Best known for his comedy characters, Blackadder and Mr. Bean, and respected and loved by millions across the globe. An early adopter of a hybrid and then full EV and owned for a decade, I think he would have a lot more knowledge than most regarding ownership. I've not read the article, but apparently it is a well-balanced piece with the pros and cons discussed. I don't read The Guardian. I don't know anyone that does. In fact, does anyone read newspapers anymore? I haven't read a newspaper for years. All my news I access from online, mainly YouTube and obviously not the BBC. So the idea that Rowan is to blame for a lack of sales seems quite desperate to me, especially as the majority of people would never have seen the article at all. Who is the target audience of The Guardian? I got this information online. It targets a well-educated, affluent, digitally savvy, liberal audience. The demographic is 86% ABC1. 54% of The Guardian readers are male, and the average age of the print reader is 54. What is ABC1, I hear you say? Well, in the UK, a consumer from one of the three higher social and economic groups, which consist of people who have more education and better paid jobs than those in other groups. So, essentially, fairly smart people who would probably do a lot of research before deciding to buy an EV or not, regardless of what a comedy actor might write. But who is the Green Alliance, you might wonder? The Green Alliance is a charity and independent think tank based in central London. Where else? Being ranked as one of the 10 most effective environmental civil society organisations in the country. Their work is made possible by the generous support of many organisations, including businesses, NGOs, trusts, foundations and individual members. It researches and recommends new environmental policy proposals and works strategically in alliance with other non-governmental organisations and businesses on promoting greater political support for the environment. The Green Alliance hosts a blog and a podcast giving voice to organisations, opinion formers, experts and commentators on environmental issues. It holds regular events, including hosting major speeches by senior ministers and political leaders, such as Tony Blair, Caroline Lucas, David Cameron, Al Gore and Nicola Sturgeon, among others. Many senior British environmentalists and environmental professionals are members and supporters of Green Alliance, listed in the organisation's annual report. If you or I want something discussed in Parliament, we have to start a petition and get 100,000 signatures. It looks like the Green Alliance can just bypass that hurdle. Is the real reason EV sales have stalled because all the early adopters have bought them or have them on monthly finance, and no one else is particularly interested in owning these expensive, fast depreciating, heavy vehicles, which the advertising agency recently said that electric cars cannot be advertised as completely zero emission because of the carbon dioxide that is generated when they are manufactured. Personally, I don't have any problems with EVs. If it suits your lifestyle, then great, have one. But for the majority, they are unaffordable and just not suited to their own lifestyle. If you have a budget of under $5,000 to buy, tax and insure a car, as many do, and just as many below that, you will never be able to buy an electric car or install a home charger for £1,000 plus, if of course you live somewhere with your own driveway or garage. And again, most people don't have that luxury. And with many public charging costs being as expensive as petrol and diesel, what's the incentive? Why get rid of your perfectly good ICE vehicle, which is roadworthy, MOT and passed its emissions tests? The Green Alliance, just like many of these organisations, are so far removed from reality and normal people. They might as well live on a different planet. And with regard to the Tony Blairs of this world, I wish they did. With all this green agenda and net zero nonsense being crammed down our throats on a daily basis in a country causing less than 1% of global emissions, I can see it won't just be the farmers demonstrating across here in Europe, but the UK motorists might well be doing the same in the near future. Please like, comment and subscribe. Remember, people should not be afraid of the government. The government should be afraid of the voters. More to follow. Thank you for your time.